I live in a house with 3 boys, one of whom is now in college, but all 3 of whom were obsessed with sports, such that ESPN in our house is like oxygen. My boys, to varying degrees, can spit out statistics and numbers covering a wide range of sports, though unfortunately not soccer, which is the sport I happen to like. However, when it comes to baseball and basketball and football, they are numbers, numbers, numbers. And in fact, we live in a society that is obsessed with numbers, accounting for people's wealth, accounting for how much they earn, accounting for what people owe and own. Our society embraces numbers all the time, to an extent such that even our computers and the programs that they run are digitalized and based upon simple number counts strung together in complex forms. So numbers are important. As we begin this week's Torah portion from the book of Numbers, the Israelites are commanded to take a census, to know how many men over the age of 20 they have as they prepare for a march into the wilderness, into the unknown. These numbers are essential so that the Israelites know and can prepare on a military level for what they might encounter. So for all the importance of numbers, though, we have to realize and accept that Judaism is also very suspicious about numbers, especially when it comes to counting people. So you have the tradition, for example, of a minyan, not saying 1, 2, 3, 4 up till 10 to make sure you have a minyan, but going not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Some people, for example, will use a biblical verse with 10 words in it rather than count people. Our tradition truly shuns the counting of people. So how can we balance this? A world filled with numbers and a tradition that is suspicious of numbers. I think we have to understand that from the Jewish point of view, there is a concern that anything that can be numbered can be controlled. Anything that can be numbered leads to the dehumanization of the person themselves and reduces them from a name to but a number, a statistic. And our tradition, which embraces the full humanity of all people, would be very suspicious of anything that in any way diminishes that sense of their humanity. And so as we begin the book of Numbers, the book of Bamidbar, where we read about our people's wandering in the wilderness, let us consider and realize that perhaps one of the greatest wildernesses that we all enter is when we go through the process of counting people and not seeing people for the fullness of who they are. And that, my friends, is your Torah in 2.